Sports coverage of the National Football. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready. Match up between the Cleveland Browns and the Indianapolis Colts. To kick us off, here's Justin Rohrwasser. And this one is underway here on EA Sports. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
At their own 18-yard line. People got the popcorn, got the remote. Let's give them a show.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Caught by Hopkins. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at 2nd down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
On 2nd and 9, Wentz eluding the pressure right. The hook up on the right side to Hopkins. And they work it across midfield. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. First carry for Nick Chubb. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
The ball carrier.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd.
Line of scrimmage, the 43 on 2nd and 4. A run for Nick Chubb. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
And it's 3rd down.
Working from the gun, Wentz. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Kenny Moore. The 20. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. That's kind of a double whammy. I mean, the interception on the opening drive, that's one thing. But to give him this field position, that's another.
Absolutely perfect start for this defense. They take the ball away on the opening possession. They know that their offense will get the ball to start the second half. They line them up in field goal position, and to me, they got a chance for a touchdown right here out of the gate.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
The 14-yard line.
Now a first carry for Melvin Gordon. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play, backwards a yard.
3rd and 8.
Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8.
51 the mic, boy, 51. Here goes 47. Hey, Mike 51, Mike 51. You better be afraid of me.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Campbell making the catch. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. 1st and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. They'll try to run with Hines. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Colts are going to take a first-quarter lead. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
They're on the 16-yard line.
The Browns' drive about to get started. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them.
And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Emerson Griffin on the sack, taken to the 4th round back in 2010. What a steal. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Going. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Incomplete. Facing the prospect. Can do on 3rd down. Airing this one out for Evans. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
So a short drop, but he's able to get it out, and this is a good kick. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10.
At their own 32-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And coming up on their 2nd drive of the game, had the touchdown last time out. Now they have the football back. Chance to really seize early momentum.
Feels to me like they had a really excellent week of practice. It all came together. And I'll bet you it got galvanized in the locker room in pregame. Somehow I think the head coach, his oratorical skills were on point.
They'll keep it on the ground. This time it's Gordon. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the 1st quarter of play. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Let's go. Check 31. Check 31. Watch the check.
On 2nd down, it's Hines. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Escaping, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Jordan Elliott able to drop him for a loss of 4 from his defensive tackle spot.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. Now left side on the swing pass, and he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. Give him 9 yards on the 2nd down screen play.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. This is Johnson. He's got it. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 14. Give the Colts 13 yards and a 1st down.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. They'll run with a former Ole Miss Rebel, Jordan Wilkins. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another 1st down. It will.
Running game's played a huge part in getting them down to this point on the field. I say stay with it. Keep pounding the football. Keep driving. Keep grinding.
Yeah, even down in the red zone, keep going for it.
No doubt about it. Dance with what brung you.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he takes it in for a Colts score. Nyheim Hines ready for the regular season with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Colts add on to their lead. And it's good to make it 14-0.
Makes the score Colts 14, Browns nothing.
Following the touchdown, Rohrwasser handles the kickoff duties. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started, and they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive, but at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer, and make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked up by Corey Willis. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. Here's a handoff to Hines to begin the drive. Give them 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
The stop made by
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50. You remember me? You remember me? Let's go, baby.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Flushed out right. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
A gain of 11 that time, and a Colts 1st down.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 12 more yards there and another 1st down. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
They've given up a few 1st downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Throwing again here on 2nd down, this time complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Another good reception there. The Colts on the march. They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start. And he will score. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A 9-yard touchdown run. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. So simple math here in the 1st half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the 1st half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Flush to his right, and it's complete. He gets this one to Washington. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Keenum going up top. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this 1st half of action. So we are halfway through here in the final week of the preseason. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Second half ready to get underway. The Colts with a lead, and they will receive the football. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
The Colts take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defense in front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage. Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
On third down, it's Wilkins, and he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. So first and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. This is Hines. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hines. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. That good for...
Like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a third time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
On second down now, it's Hines. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Colts are able to grow their lead. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now, no question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football. What a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, it's got him in the lead. Fielded in the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Over the middle, complete. It's Dixon. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. So flag for the contact, pass interference.
And I know that you're guys, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say. Doesn't the defender have a right to the football as well?
No, I don't like defenders.
That's because you spent too much.
And now nothing but green ahead of him. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Donovan Peoples-Jones, 59 yards. And the Browns make some inroads here on that deficit. Well, if they're going to make a game of this in the second half, they need a few big plays to go their way. That's one.
And the way to get it done is to also conserve time. So to your point, that big play right there, now you're not moving the ball downfield, taking time off the clock. You're leaving yourself a better avenue to continue to try and make a comeback.
On the return, the Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Indians go. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Here's Hines. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he's going to take this down close to a 1st down at the Browns' 37. And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now.
Check safety. Watch twist.
They run with Hines. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave him with some options here on 4th and inches.
And less than a yard.
So out comes Justin Rohrwasser in the field goal unit. From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short, no good, and this score will stay right where it is. Well, they can probably live with that with this late lead in the 4th quarter. That's one of the few things that's gone wrong.
You're exactly right. This one was well in hand. That kick there was more for cosmetics, to add to their score. Not getting it, that shouldn't harm them at all.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. That sack by the DN, Danico Autry. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He's trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway. On 1st down, it's Keenum. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. 39 yards there, a big one. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Browns get a score closer. Now the Browns offense will stay on the field as they'll go for 2 here. Here's Keenum to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And they don't get it. They tried for the 2-point conversion there, but unsuccessful.
Score Colts 28, Browns 12.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Let's take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Now the rookie out of Wisconsin. This is Jonathan Taylor. And he'll be brought down with the first down after a gain of about 11 as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Don't get nervous. He's coming. Double up.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 37-yard line.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And a 5-yard gain gets them to the 42. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. They run again with Hines. And he's got the first down, yardage before being taken down at midfield. 3rd and medium, they opted to run instead of pass, and it worked. First down.
1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
On first down, Hines. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That one 28 yards on the ground.
1st and 10.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. They'll run it here with Wilkins. Curtis Weaver on the tackle.
They're bringing us about right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves and start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
He's taken down at the 17-yard line. That's a gain of 3. Now 3rd and 5.
On 3rd down, it's Hines. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short.
Colts 28.
And Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Now